What's good, everybody? My name is TJ Luck, and today I'm bringing you episode 1 of my Madden 21 franchise series this year. And as you can tell, probably by the title in the back and the thumbnail, I guess, we're rocking with the New York Jets this year. Um, I think the Jets need a lot of help. Obviously, with Sam Darnold being a question mark. Obviously, he's still young, but a question mark. Jamal Adams going to the Seahawks, so they have that hole to fill. And really, just all the way, you see, they're not. They look decent on paper, I guess, especially their defense. But we don't really have anyone to look forward to, I guess you could say. Um, really, this episode I'm just gonna break down the roster, maybe see what kind of moves we'll make. Uh, I'm just gonna go position by position, like what we need, what we don't, we should work on first, cause there's a lot of question marks than answers, and not in a good way either. So at quarterback, obviously, I will be rocking with Sam Darnold. And I guess at backup, we have Joe Flacco. I guess just in case. But I still believe in Sam Darnold. He's only 23. He still has the star depth trait. And his accuracy and his throw power aren't terrible. His throw on the run is actually pretty good too. You know, okay athlete for the quarterback position at 78 speed. Even his change of directions in 81. So I do believe in Sam Darnold. Also, he's also listed as a captain, I guess, and he's already more than halfway to another being a 74. So that's good. But really, I do believe in Sam Darnold. I think he could be the quarterback. It's just the pieces surrounding Sam Darnold is the problem, because obviously at halfback we have Le'Veon Bell, but if you're looking at our halfback position, we don't have a halfback that has that kind of speed that can get away from defenders. Like, obviously Le'Veon Bell is fast, but at 87 speed, he's not the fastest. Like, our only fast guy from our halfback position is Kalen Balaj, and but everyone here is just nothing but power backs. Like Le'Veon Bell, I wouldn't really consider him a power back, but the speed. I'm just glad we have Le'Veon Bell, because he's really our only weapon on this offense. For now, I don't know how else anyone's going to produce, but for now, Le'Veon Bell is the only halfback we have, and I'm happy for that, because he's still 28, so he's not going to regress as of now. Frank Gore, I guess. Frank Gore, I don't know what his contract looks like. It has to be just a 1-year deal. He just has to be here just to be here. Yeah, just 1-year deal. He's probably even gonna retire anyways. So, but after Le'Veon Bell, after Frank Gore, we do have some young guys. Like, we have LaMichael Pirine out of Florida. He's strictly probably just a power back. Anyways, because with 85 speed, but he has a stiff arm, he has the trucking, he has the carrying as well. So I don't know who I want to go with. I do like Kalen Balaj, because he does have the nice mix of the trucking and the speed. So I'm probably going to actually use him as my running back too, behind Le'Veon Bell, and use him as my power back also in the offense, especially since we don't have a fullback. So I could probably maybe convert one of these halfbacks to fullback, Pirine, or I guess Frank Gore. He could run fullback. So running back, nothing really much there. We have an answer in Le'Veon Bell, and we do have a nice solid backup to him in Kalen Balaj. We need to sign a fullback. I probably will do that in the free agency if there's even one in there. Then we go to the wide receiver core, and the wide receivers are just not good. This is why I think Sam Darnold is not going to be very good or struggle, because other than Jamison Crowder, we have okay receivers. I mean, Chris Hogan's okay, but I don't want to keep him around. Brashad Perriman, I want to keep him around just because of the speed alone, and his 83 catching isn't terrible, plus 87 spec catch with 86 jumping. Like, Brashad Perryman is not going to be terrible, so I'm probably going to start him over Chris Hogan. And then, other than that, like Josh Bellamy, he's 31, probably not really going to play a lot for us at all. Josh Doxson was a top receiver back in his draft class out of TCU. Maybe he can show glimpses of that here in New York. But my favorite receiver that I'm looking forward to using is Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims, 6'3", 207, 22. And you look at his stats, 92 speed. He only has 79 catching, but he has 82 catching traffic, 85 spec, and then a 93 jumping. Even his ball carrier vision is not terrible with his juke and spin. Like, Denzel Mims is he only has normal depth trait, but Denzel Mims is the wide receiver I want to use. I want to give him playing time. He's going to be our wide receiver 2 or 3. Because I don't know if I want to start him over Perriman, but I do want to start him over Chris Hogan and make Chris Hogan our wide receiver 4. And then we got Braxton Berrios, who, if for some reason Jameson Crowder doesn't work out, which I'm pretty sure he will, he can be the nice slot wide receiver on the depth chart, like second or third on their depth chart. He's fast. His catching is okay. And his short route running is really all it is. And he's 5'9". Like, he's the perfect slot wide receiver. And other than that, we do have, like, Jeff Smith. We have Vincent Smith also. Like, we have a lot of speedy wide receivers, and I do like that because we lack that in the halfback position. So we do have some nice speed coming from our on the outside. For Sam Darnold, they're just not very good receivers. I have high hopes for Denzel Mims. Because he is 6'3". And at Baylor, I did like him at Baylor as well. I think actually he's going to be the steal of the draft. And in our franchise, I'm definitely going to prove that he's going to be the steal of the draft. At tight end also. Tight end is just not good. I'm definitely going to start Christopher Herndon. I think he has a lot of upside that we can look forward to because he's only 24 also. And then we'll probably go Wesco over Ryan Griffin also because Ryan Griffin's 72 overall at 30 years old. He's just going to regress. And at 73 speed, I guess he can be a red zone threat, but that's the only thing I can even see him doing is in the red zone. So I like Christopher Herndon. He's going to be a very good player for us, and I think our tight end position, if he doesn't perform well, I like him as our starter and our tight end of the future. I think he has that kind of potential. But other than that, like the depth behind him at tight end is not very good. Like Wesco's okay. Even Daniel Brown and Ross Travis, they're okay too. But really, it's just Christopher Herndon, and then the rest of the tight ends are just fighting for that tight end too. And then we get to the offensive line, and then it's not very good. Other than Mekhi Becton, who is just gonna be a monster, 6'7", 364 with 94 strength, and he has a hidden depth trait also with 96 impact block. Like he's gonna be insane. His stats aren't looking the best at the moment. I mean, they're not awful, especially. With him having that star dev trait, probably. I don't see him giving a superstar. So he's probably going to have that star. He'll probably progress the pass block. Like, he'll progress pretty quickly. And that'll probably go right up. But I think Mekhi Becton is the only, bright spot on this offensive line. Because we can go to left guard. Alex Lewis is cool, I guess. I mean, he'll be here for the first year for sure because Cameron Clark, his stats don't really impress me that much. At least Alex Lewis can block the run a little bit better to where he can stay here for the first year. But if he's just awful, then obviously I'm going to throw in Cameron Clark. Then we go to center. Connor McGovern's technically our best offensive lineman. he ain't terrible. I think him and Mekhi Becton are going to be okay for us on the offensive line. But then we go like right guard, Greg Van Roten. He's already 30 years old. Like, we don't have that kind of guy at right guard or even right tackle. Maybe I can go Edoga or George Fant. Like, but if looking at it, like, he only has 85 strength and his, like, blocking skills don't even look that good. Not even, like, the lead block and impact block. They're okay. I guess maybe 77 speed for offensive linemen's ridiculous. So maybe that's to look forward to. Or we go Edoga. And even Edoga, he has less strength, even though his lead block and impact block are better. His blocking stats aren't even better either. So I'm probably going to go Fant also. I don't know. Just the offensive line is going to be terrible. I don't see how it's going to be tough doing anything with Le'Veon Bell or even Sam Darnold even having time to pass to the wide receivers that we don't even really have to begin with. Like, we have okay receivers, but not a lot of receivers for Sam Darnold. We have weapons. But then the defense, we run a 3-4 at the moment. I want to run a 4-3 because I like having speed coming off the edge. But looking at our defensive line, like Henry Anderson being 6'6", 301, like he's be the perfect D tackle for a 4-3. Especially like even Nathan Shepard or John Franklin Myers. Like, I think like 72 speed coming off the edge, I don't want that at all. Like 86 strength is cool and 90 strength is cool, but I just don't want that coming off the edge. I like speed coming off the edge, but looking at our team, like obviously Keenan Williams, I want him to move over to D tackle. I think he'll like shine in the defensive tackle position, but we just don't have a player on here that we can move to a 4-3. Like, we don't have any kind of speed that can come off the edge. So we're gonna have to run a 3-4 this season also, and then move over to a 4-3 next season, because even Steve McClendon, he's not going to be running no 4-3 type of defense. Then we go to the linebackers. Our left outside linebacker has some questions because Frankie Louvu, I think that's how you pronounce it, I assume it is. He's alright. He doesn't have, he has okay speed. He's an alright athlete. I'll probably start Jabari because 84 speed, he has okay tackling, and he's only overall lower, and he's a rookie. I actually don't mind him. Like, his stats aren't terrible. Like, he can get to the quarterback if he needs to. He has nice pursuit and strength. His agility is not even awful. So I mean, he's a pretty good athlete also. And being a 6'3", 264, he could probably run defensive end for us also. But I'm probably going to start Jabari. Then at middle linebacker is the only bright spot, I think, on this defense. Because we have C.J. Mosley, stud of a middle linebacker. We have Avery Williamson, also a very good middle linebacker. Even Patrick Onwuasor is a very good middle linebacker. Even Blake Cashman, he has potential to be a very good linebacker. I'm probably actually, now I think about it, I'm probably going to move Blake Cashman over to left outside linebacker. I think with his speed, I don't think he has very good cover stats. He has 68 zone coverage, which actually isn't bad. He's like one of the best on our roster out of linebacker position. So I'm probably gonna move her over to left outside linebacker because I think I prefer Blake Cashman over any of these guys, anyways. Because of that 89 speed and his 84 tackling, like, it's very good. So I'm probably gonna move actually Blake Cashman over to left outside linebacker. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. I think Blake Cashman at left outside linebacker with him. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I mean, we're not going to be very good this year, anyways. That's just a miracle. Well, look, his overall even goes up from a 70 to a 73. Yeah. So Blake Cashman's going to be our left outside linebacker. The second-year player out of Minnesota. I don't hate it. I actually love it a lot. Then C.J. Mosley and Avery Williamson as our 2 mil linebackers right there. Then on the right side, Jordan Jenkins. I'm okay with him for now. Obviously, I want to upgrade the right outside linebacker, but really our linebacking position is set. We'll have to see how our outside linebackers do, but middle linebackers were set. It's just how Blake Cashman and Jordan Jenkins do. But also, when we convert to 4-3 next year, because I'm not trying to do drastic trades and signings to make us a 4-3. We're gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to trade Avery Williamson because I prefer C.J. Mosley over Williamson anyways. Because we don't need these 2 mil linebackers, taking up like cap space like that when we go to a 4-3. So definitely we're gonna be looking at moving probably Avery Williamson in the offseason. But right now, he's cool. I don't hate him at all. And then looking at our defensive backs, our secondary. Coming from a Colts fan, Pierre Desir, I'm kind of mad that we let him go. Because he's not an awful corner. Because you look at it, I do run a lot of zone, so it ain't terrible that his 80 zone, 79 press, his speed isn't terrible. He has nice jumping, so he's definitely going to be the guy that we look at. Plus, he has star, but he is only 29, so I don't know how many years we actually have him before he actually starts regressing. Brian Poole, not a bad option either. Like, these two aren't bad, but then after going there, like Quincy Wilson, also coming from a Colts fan, he was okay. He definitely didn't produce to what I expected him to produce when we drafted him a couple years back. Maybe we go Blashawn Austin into that third corner position because he has the speed. His zone isn't terrible. Or we can probably do the rookie Bryce Hall. I'm not opposed to moving Bryce Hall to our corner 3. It's going to be between... it's obviously going to be between Quincy, Blashawn, and Bryce Hall. Because Nate Hairston, I don't think he's going to stay any. And Arthur Mollett, he's just probably going to be depth at that point anyways. So it's going to be between Bryce Hall and Blashawn Austin, I think, that's going to be running that corner 3, corner 4. Then I think I'm just going to put Quincy Wilson at the corner 5. So it's between Blashawn Austin and Bryce Hall. I think I'm probably will go for Bryce Hall because I think Bryce Hall has the ceiling. The better ceiling to improve a lot more. But really our secondary, we have 2 good corners in Pierre Desir and Brian Poole. They're just not... They're just up there in age, kind of. Especially Pierre Desir, to where he could start regressing very quick. And if he starts regressing quick, I'll probably have a year or 2 in him before he starts regressing. But after that, it's not terrible. He's only 29, so we'll see how that goes also. That free safety, we have Bradley McDougald. He'll probably start, but if he doesn't work out, we have Ashton Davis, 92 speed, 71 zone, which isn't terrible at all. And his tackling, if I'm not mistaken, is actually pretty good. It's only 64, so I was wrong there. But I do like Ashton Davis. He's a 71 overall rookie. I'll see what I see in the preseason, because I'm not going to play the whole preseason, but I will play like most of the preseason. So seeing how Ashton Davis performs, if he does perform well in the preseason, he might actually get the starting job week 1 of the regular season. Because we have Shaheem Carter also, but I think I'm going to go Ashton Davis over Carter. So it's between those two, especially with Jamal Adams leaving, that free safety, strong safety positions. Their safety positions is just up for grabs anyways. Except for strong safety, I do like Marcus Maye. I think he's one of the few bright spots we have on this defense. Our defense isn't terrible. Our bigger questions are more on the offensive end because our defensive line's not terrible. It's mostly our like secondary and our safeties that need some work. So, then obviously you look at kickers like Brett Maher and punter Braden Mann, sure, the rookie. I guess something to look forward to is we do have Seattle's first and third from the Jamal Adams trade, and we also have Seattle's first for next year also. So that's also to look forward to. We also have the Giants' 5th round pick, so I mean I don't know how well that goes. So we do have some picks that we can look forward to. But yeah, this roster has a lot more questions, especially offensively. I think your offense has just so many questions. Because at wide receiver, we don't have that guy to even like look forward to. Because I want to use Denzel MIMS, but even then, Denzel MIMS could not even turn out the way I want him to. So really, there's really not a guy that we can like rely on. Because right now, that's Jamison Crowder. And Jamison Crowder is cool, but he's going to be our... He's 5'9", and really like late in games, like if we need that kind of big guy, hopefully Denzel Mims, because Jameson Crowder's not gonna be that guy. But we'll see. Tight end, definitely a big question. Tight end and offensive line are the biggest questions on this team, and I just don't know what we're gonna do with that. I'm about to go sign a fullback also. I guess if we look at the trading block, like we have 43 million in cap space too, so that's also good. We don't need a halfback, even though we don't really have that good backup halfback. Like there's not even any wide receivers. I kind of maybe Kiki QT actually isn't bad. He's actually not a bad option there. Keyshawn Johnson isn't terrible either. Damian Ratley, maybe get him some playing time. Actually, Kiki QT, I am intrigued about. So I have to see what goes there. And Zay Jones, he's not a bad option either. But I like QT a lot. So we'll see how it goes. I don't want to go over the top with trades. I want to keep it somewhat realistic. And I think the Jets making a trade for QT is actually somewhat realistic. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't know. At tight end, Gerald Everett's actually on the trading block, but I don't want to make like big time trades. Like that's a big time trade right there. That improves our tight end position. And obviously, there's not going to be any good offensive linemen, obviously. But I mean, looking at right guard, Feliciano is going to be like the best offensive lineman on the team, which is saying something. So you know, it's definitely going to be a rebuild. It's definitely going to take some time to see what we do and like where we go with this team. Because like Josh Sweat would be perfect for a guy for 4-3, which is what I want to run. So really, it's all just it's gonna be situational based. Obviously, Shaquem Griffin, but because really we have questions. And I feel like I'm like a broken record at this point, but we do have a lot of questions. We don't have like an actual answer at any position at all because we don't even. Sam Darnold may not even be the answer. You know, like none of our positions are like completely answers, other than Keenan Williams and C.J. Mosley. I think those two are the only like actual answers. At middle linebacker and D tackle are gonna be our big time. Definite answers that we go with in the future. So, other than that, it's just not very good. But yeah, that's definitely gonna do it for me. Next episode, I will be playing all 4 games of the preseason, just showing highlights. I'm not gonna be playing the full games either. I'm just probably gonna be playing a few plays here and there, just getting a feel of what the roster is like, and like obviously you see who's in the free agency pool. I'm not gonna go out and sign like Earl Thomas. Like I don't want to do all that stuff like that. So looking at fullbacks, there's only there's only 3. I guess I'll go with Bronson Rechsteiner. He's the best one there. He's a 69 overall, and he's a rookie out of Kennesaw State, and he has 88 speed. Oh, sign me up for that. So we have our fullback also. No, not that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know any like suggestions you think we should make. So I want to make stuff. Somehow we're in 81 overall. Oh yeah, we moved Blake Cashman over to left outside linebacker. But that's gonna do it for me. I'll see you on the next episode. We're gonna be doing preseason, and I'm out. Peace.